My name is Eric Briarley, and I'm auditioning for the role of Dr. Evans for the play Holmes and Watson. Dr. Watson, I am Dr. Evans.
Dr. Evans.
Did you travel well?
All connections made?
Good.
I didn't know the last stage of the journey was to be...
An island?
An island, yes.
Hence the ferry. The crossing normally takes a quarter of an hour, but the rough weather being what it is.
Yes, quite.
Would you like to see your room to freshen up?
My room?
The ferry runs at very specific times, and being evening now, you will not be able to make the mainland until tomorrow morning.
You don't have a boat here on the island?
A skiff, but I wouldn't do a crossing in this storm. Which is why I had the room made up.
If we were in a penny dreadful, this would be a ruse to have me locked up as a lunatic. Joke.
I assumed as much.
I'll go up later.
Would you like a sherry before we start? We may have something stronger.
Perhaps when we've finished. I'm rather eager to have this done with.
Of course. I almost forgot. Do you have a sidearm?
I'm sorry?
A revolver?
On occasion.
Do you have it on your person?
Here now.
It's loaded.
Not much good otherwise.
You will have it returned to you when you leave.
Dr. Evans, do you carry a sidearm, given that you're so security-minded?
You have yet to see our patients.
Your patients in general, or these three in particular?
Most particularly these three. But to answer your question, no, I do not carry a revolver. We prefer to command our patients by other means.
Do you mean to say there are no firearms on the premises?
Just yours.
Doctor, how came these men to be under your care?
I'm afraid I cannot tell you that.
I'm sorry.
The matter must be kept under the strictest confidence. When, or rather if, you identify one of the three as the man he claims to be, then I will make the pertinent details known to you.
So I'm to judge which is which, yes or no, without consideration as to why?
I assure you that I am acting under the most proper authority.
Right then, let's get this over and done with.
What was it took place between the two of you?
He became consternated. Anyone might in a place like this, kept under lock and key.
It has been necessary to do so, as you can now attest. Better drink this.
Thank you. How did she know I needed? You were listening.
The music room is just off there.
You said I could see him alone.
And aren't you pleased that I misled you?
He did me no harm.
But there was something.
I don't know what you mean.
You searched your pockets just now. I thought the violence of the assault was uncharacteristic of him. It wasn't so much an attack as an attempt to relieve you of something. Was he trying to take your revolver?
You took my revolver.
He didn't know that.
He took nothing from me, on my word of honor.
And your conversation, did it touch on the subject of Reichenbach?
I'm sure you heard.
One can't make out everything from there. Did his version match yours?
But for the central fact, his death. In his telling, he survived. The rest fit perfectly.
Sounds as though he was well acquainted with the story. Do you think he read it?
He said as much.
Brave of him to admit it. But then he would read about his own death, wouldn't he? Being an egotist and
Holmes
all.
an egotist.
If the patient is he, is he?
He's done squirming.
Good. Well, doctor?
I'd like to meet with the second patient before I commit myself.
But of course. Would you like me to accompany you, or would you like to go it alone this time?
By all means, accompany me. I didn't know the last stage of the journey was to be...
An island?
An island, yes. Yes, quite.
Would you like to see your room to freshen up?
My room?
Your... My name is Eric Briarley, and I am auditioning for the role of Dr. Evans for the play Holmes and Watson.